Welcome back. This is John Locke, and today I'm talking about the importance of NAPW citations in local SEO. And these are name, address, phone number, and website citations. Sometimes these are called the Internet Yellow Pages. But I want to talk about the importance of these to local SEO in 2020. Now, in past years, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, these had a critical importance in local SEO. And though their importance has diminished a little bit, it is still important. And I'm going to explain the scenario here. So, in 2020, Google collects information about your business from various sources. The primary source that it's looking at is your website and your Google My Business listing. But it's also looking at some other secondary sources that have information about your business, like your Facebook page, perhaps your LinkedIn company page, things like yp.com, and other services out there such as Newstar, Factual, Info Group, and other things that we're talking about that produce NAP citations, and they feed this information to other places, and other places collect information from it. Yelp is another one. Search engines like Bing, a lot of their info, and also Yahoo, they work collectively with Yelp to verify that information. So what happens is when the name of your business, or the phone number of your business, or the address, or most importantly, the website of your business, all four of these things are completely different on all these different places. And I want to also throw in there the business category, if it's different on all these different places. Google gets an inconsistent picture of what your company does, what it's about, where it's located, and what the website address is. Now, for one, Google can usually compare the name of the business to different things out there, and maybe you've undergone a name change at some point. But if it compares like the name of the business to different addresses and phone numbers, it can kind of get an idea like that is the same business, if not very much is changing. One thing that led me to make this video today is I was doing some research for a client that's trying to rank in local. When we first started, they were not ranking in the top 100 for any of their terms locally. Right now, we got them on page 3 and 4 for most of them, so they're on the board. But one of the things that I was looking at is some of these other important citations, not the ones that we mentioned, but ones that are very industry specific to what they do. These are sites that have information about different businesses in their specific category. And these are important sites to have the information correct on. One thing that I noticed is the name of the business was the same, the phone number was the same, but one thing that was completely different on some of these was the website. And when I went to see, like, does this website, perhaps it was an old domain that they had at one point, does it go to their current website? And the answer is no, it doesn't. And I don't know who owns it. Somebody owns it. Looks like it's for sale, but it's at a high amount. So what we need to do is work with that client business and try and get these corrected to where all these citations, and the ones that Google expects to see, not only just in the general categories, but also in the industry-specific sites where other businesses just like yours have listings. Make sure that all that information is correct. Now, I'm going to speculate, and I'm going to say this too, because very recently, I think it was in January, Google announced that they were going to treat no follows as a hint. Not followed links meaning normally you have two types of links, the hyperlinks, if one website links to your site. There's a followed link, meaning it passes all of the link juice, all of the link equity, the link voting power, however you want to say it, the page rank voting power, all of the links that flow into that site are broken into pieces, and then when they link to your site, it passes some of that on to yours. And the more of those that you have from other sites in your category, the better that's going to be for your ranking. Now, no followed links, basically they don't pass at value, or people say that it doesn't pass at page equity. But one thing that I've noticed before, and we talk about this in other videos as well, is Google still expects to see those links, and even if they don't pass value or link equity or link voting power, however you want to say it, it still is a signal to Google that this is a business that should be ranked. So getting that information correct is very important. So let's paint a scenario. Let's say that your company sells medical equipment, and let's say, for example, that you've had like 3 or 4 different websites along the course of time, or maybe you've had different locations or different phone numbers, and you've had these different listings on different sites over the course of time. And Google sees all these different ones, and maybe on this one you have this address, and this one you have this phone number. Maybe you're in a different city on this listing over here. Maybe now you're in this city. Or let's say that you had, 3 different website addresses where it says the website link. There's 3 different ones. So Google's going to look at that and say, like, hey, this domain just goes to nothing. It doesn't go to their site. This one is correct. It goes to their current site. This one just goes to nowhere. So all those ones where the website is incorrect, it's basically not giving you a hint. It's not giving you no follow any credit from that. And Google's not saying like, hey, yes, we can trust this information. This is the website associated with this business. Now we're in doubt because it's not the same on all these different other listing sites. It's only correct on maybe 70% of them, and these other ones are like completely incorrect, and it goes to some other website, so we are unsure about this business. So that's what I'm saying, like the citations when it comes to local, don't think about just the sites that you'll see when you use these citation building services. Now let's talk about citation building services. There's things like Moz Local. They used to have their own proprietary thing. Now they're white labeling another service called Uberall. There's also services like White Spark and Bright Local. They will basically do this for you, but I think that they work hand in hand with some of these other places. DexKnowsYP.com is one company that's conglomerated. They're part of this too. The Yext network is another big data aggregator that will push it out to different sites. There's all these different like services that can do this for you, and basically these things still have value, and you want to make sure that the information is correct. Now, will getting these things correct fix a site that has the wrong content, doesn't have any other types of links, and has a horribly designed site? Probably not. But these are foundational things that must be taken care of in local SEO so that Google has confidence in that the website is correct, that your address is correct, that you're in the city that you say that you're in, that it makes sure that it matches up information with the right business name. Don't have like 4 different business names over the course of 6 or 7 years. Have the same business name, keep it consistent. All these things like add up into how Google is going to look at your business. And yes, citations don't have as much importance as they did before, the general citations, but I would say, and I would argue, that industry-specific citations have an increased importance than they did 3 or 4 years ago. My name is John Locke. My business is Lockdown Design and SEO, and I'm here every single day making videos on SEO. I would love to answer any questions that you have, so leave them in the comments below. I will be here tomorrow with another video. I would love to see us get to 1,000 subscribers, so hit that subscribe button. I'll be here every day. That is the brand promise I'm making to you. And until next time, peace.